Welcome to Compai's Expat Channel. I'm Compai. I am Sosua's voice of reason. Guys, this is part 2 of my video of winners and losers about the crackdowns in Sosua. In this video, I'm going to talk about the businesses. Guys, visit my business, Catered Compai. New bar, new cigar lounge, redone the pool, new barbecue area, waterfall. Guys, it is perfect for the guy that's looking to get away with his girl and not be bothered. So guys, let's get into this. Okay. There's going to be a lot of winners and losers going on in Sosua in the next couple of months. I honestly do not think this crackdown is going to stop anytime soon, because with all the crackdowns that I've seen, this one is the most different. The biggest difference is pretty much 3 things. One is that special prosecutor you all know that got brought into town to continue this. Now, not only do they bring a special prosecutor in to continue this, they've also have the budget to keep her here. If you know anything about the Dominican Republic, sometimes they come in like banshees and then everything dies out. It just doesn't have the longevity. They just don't stick with it. That special prosecutor being here with a budget, and I believe, I could be wrong, but this is just me throwing it out there, take it with a grain of salt, that her office is going to be by, they're doing something in the plaza next to Banco Santa Cruz. I wouldn't be surprised if that's where her office winds up, because it's right down the street from the satellite national police station where DeCrim has their office. You see DeCrim coming in and out of there all day long, and that's the detective branch of the local police force. So that's number one. Number two, they're always moving the police around here. It's the National Police Force. They can send them anywhere on the island. And they send guys to different locations when they get a promotion or if they need a certain assignment to get an advancement to go into DeCrim, the detective branch, or to become an officer. So it's normal for them to move people around. I've never seen them move 90% of the police force at one time. Never seen that. So that's different. And the other thing that's different is this time they haven't arrested any gringos. And I'm fortunate about that. I don't want to see anyone get arrested. I don't want to see anyone lose their business. But that's where I'm going with this. I'm talking about the businesses. And here's the thing. I'll use my business as an example. I never hitched my wagon to one demographic, did not hitch my wagon to one nationality. I run my business, if you want a clean place, a well-maintained place, a place that's always improving, a place where the owner actually answers his phone, try to give the good value at a decent rate. I cast a big net. I want everybody. I don't care if you're in for the weekend with your chicas, if you're a Canadian couple, if you're a digital nomad, because I get all them at the same time. And then throw in the single female traveler as well. So I want to be everything to everybody as much as I can. If you have a business in Sosua and you cater just to the guys who are coming down here to walk into your property, into your business, pick up a hooker, and leave, you need to change your business model. Or I think the authorities are going to jump on you with both feet. That's how I see this going. And really, I think everybody sees it that way too, because I've never seen a crackdown go on this long. And they're saying this is just phase 1. What's phase 2 going to be? I think phase 2, they're going to go after more of the individuals. I honestly believe, and I said this in many videos before, they know what the foreigners do here. They know who's doing what. They know who's who. Nothing is private here. And I think that's when phase 2, maybe phase 3, if there is a phase 3, you're going to see them come after the gringos individually, who they want to get off the island. So what's going to happen when this phase 1 ends? I personally believe, looking at it from a business owner's point of view, if my whole business model was to have a place I open up, it's a bar, it's a restaurant, all the girls come in, all the guys come in for the girls. How are you going to be able to redefine your business real quick? How are you going to change the personality of your business? You kind of got to go back to what you were doing before. You're in a catch-22. How do you redefine your business to stay in good graces with the authorities that have an issue with your business, but still make a profit? You're not known as a restaurant, right? Because there's plenty of other restaurants to go to. You were there, the guys came there for one thing, to sit and watch the girls, meet a girl, and go do what they do. How do you redefine your business? That's where the losers are going to be. And I don't think there's anybody that's going to be like, John, you're full of shit on that. But I honestly believe that, and that's where you're going to see the authorities come in and say, hey, we warned you. We told you what was coming. This isn't a shock, right? You know what we expect of you. So now we need to do what we need to do. And I think that's going to be the part that's going to get a lot of people, not a lot of people, but maybe some business owners in trouble, which I hope it doesn't happen. I don't see this going away. Even though I said in the beginning of the video, there was never longevity. They never really saw things through. You just waited a month, maybe a month and a half tops, things went back to normal. I don't think this is going to be that way. The president's talking too much about it. Minister of Tourism is talking too much about it. There's just too much behind this. And we all know that there's a lot of investment coming in. So, and guys, I want to address something about that. I'm hearing a lot of guys talk about, oh, this chain's coming in, that chain's coming in. Guys, I've been talking about this for a while. The investment's already been made. When you rent a villa and you have your parties and it's disrupting the community, bear in mind, pre-COVID, that villa was $170,000. Post-COVID, it's $330,000. Now the people that are building these gated communities, they realize, why am I going to lose a guy who's going to spend $330,000 on a sale of a villa to appease some guys who are paying me $200 a night? It doesn't make business sense. The value of everything around the downtown area is just too much money. The investment's already been made. Forget about what they're planning. It's there already. So you can't just be like, oh, it's because of capitalism. Oh, the big corporations are coming in. No, these are mom and pop, hardworking people who bought their retirement home and just want peace and quiet. And it's all about quality of life, and now it's about property value. So that's what's driving this. And not to mention, that's not even mention what they're trying to do with the cruise ships and all that. Like I said, the investment's already been made. That's where it all started. So how is the businesses that cater to them going to change? Don't know. They're not my business. I don't think they can. I think they're on the road they're on. So how are they going to navigate that as business owners? How are they going to maintain their business, make a profit, and not get in trouble? I would not want to be in that situation. I have the utmost, sympathy. I have I wouldn't want to be in that situation. That's why in Casa de Compai, I'm private. Even with all the upgrades I did, it's private. You have to be a guest, or I have to give you a door code, or I got to let you in. People just can't walk in and off the street. And that's the key to this going forward. It's about controlling your brand, controlling your market, controlling your security. It's a different world. That's why you see certain businesses who are able to maintain profit during this are the ones that never catered to the market for guys looking for pay to play. And one thing about business in Sosua, it is very nationalistic. I don't do that. As a white American, I'd be bankrupt. There's not enough of us white Americans down here for me to go down that road. I never wanted to do that to begin with. But if you think about it, the Dutch got Volmar, right? Don Andres. The Germans got Bar Central, German restaurant, and a bunch of other little bars, right? We all know where the black Americans hang out. We all know where the Canadians hang out, right? They got their set places. Checkpoint ain't going anywhere. Jolly Roger ain't going anywhere. Finish Line ain't going anywhere. You know, so it's going to force other business owners to gravitate to a different kind of business. What I hope to see more dance clubs come back like it was years ago, where you could go downtown, hear bachata, dance bachata, because now everybody just sits around and watch girls walk around. I do it too. You know, I love watching the world go by, but I would rather watch the world go by and dance with a pretty lady and do something more than just sit around, drink, and be on your cell phone. So I think overall, I'll say it again, I really think that this is a positive for Sosua. I think certain businesses are going to have an extremely hard time staying in business and maintaining their business model as well. Well, guys, there's my 2 cents. Take it as a grain of salt. Always remember, keep private, personal, and personal private. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Peace out.